This video that we're about to show you illustrates just how stupid Elisabeth Hasselbeck is.
No.
No, I mean, I always try to give this woman the benefit of the doubt. I mean, look, she's...
Why?
I don't know, because there are people out there who just happen to have different political views, right?
That's right.
But when you decide to make yourself blind to how terrible President Bush is, then you're automatically an idiot in my book. So now she has gone from being someone that I can tolerate to someone who's completely stupid.
Okay, wow. That's a strong statement.
Because you have to listen to what she says. Now, she goes to the White House and she visits the president, George Bush. And after her visit, she gives a little bit of commentary. It's interesting what she has to say. Let's watch the video and we'll discuss further.
All right, will this put us over the top to officially declaring Elisabeth Hasselbeck stupid? Let's watch.
This is how you feel about him. Was such a chance. We walked into the Oval Office and had 15 minutes privately with the president, which he was gracious enough to meet with us. And he immediately took Grace's Grace. She had brought dog biscuits for Barty and Miss Beasley. Took her to the window, which he told him not to eat because she was worried that he would snack on them. Took her right to the window and spent the entire beginning of our visit there with her talking about the dogs and was so interested. And then Taylor shows his affection by headbutting people, so he also engaged in that with the president. This is him reeling, kind of getting back, getting ready to give him a headbutt. So that's the moment right before he clocks the president in the head. But it was, I have to say, I keep going over the moment, the moments that we had with him there, and it was eye-opening for someone who has even supported him to be in his presence and be able to comfortably talk with him. He is so not the caricature that we have been fed for so long, and he is a good man, and I hope that people at least give credit where credit's due as he exits and this transition happens. But it was a remarkable time. It felt historic and comfortable.
See, Anna, I come away thinking the same exact thing I did before. Yes, of course she's an idiot. I mean, look, just because he was nice to your kids doesn't mean he didn't authorize torture. He did.
He's a good man because he spent a few minutes talking to my little girl about dogs. He's a good man.
Now, I 100% agree with you, okay? She's like, well, since he's so nice to me, because I spend, half of every show blowing him and his administration, she does. She's like, oh, Bush is great, Cheney's great, McCain is great, everybody's great, all the Republicans are great. That's why you get the 15 minutes, and he schmoozes you and your kids so you can go back out there and do your job, right? And your job is to, to service them, if you will, on air. You're very important. You think he's going to do that if you don't have a television show? Of course he is. So is she dim-witted that she doesn't get that he's nice to her kids, but at the same time started a war that had no business getting started, that wound up killing hundreds of thousands of civilians, including tens of thousands of little kids like that who never got to headbutt the president, although I'm sure they would have really liked to, okay, in a different way. So is she an idiot? Yes. But is she more of an idiot than I suspected? Not really. I mean, that's what she does. She doesn't think things through. In her vision of the world, there's the old American values, and you respect the president, and you go to him, and he's nice to you, and then what he does behind closed doors, those are things that had to be done. And you don't worry your pretty little mind over it.
I don't know why it upsets me, but her level of naiveness irritates me beyond belief. Like, it just irritates me, because there are people out there who watch the show, who watch The View every single day religiously, and they're hearing Elisabeth say these stupid things, and they're thinking, yeah, you know what? The media has painted a, false picture of Bush. He's a good man. No, he's not a good man. People actually listen to her. I think that's why it annoys me so much. I just don't understand how producers of that show sit there and listen to her say these ridiculous things and still allow her to be on that show.
No, you had me until you got to the producers. I was 100% with you, 0% against you. But the idiot perspective has to be represented. I mean, what are we going to tell? Look, what is the viewers going to say? No, you're not allowed to be conservative and be on this show?
No. Look, being conservative is one thing. I'm fine with that. But Bush being a good man, that's 100% false.
I know, but according to you.
According to thousands of people who have died in Iraq, according to a lot of things.
No.
According to victims of Katrina, there are a lot of people who can prove that Bush is a terrible man. You can't sit there and say he's a good man because he talked to your kids for 5 minutes.
Look, Anna, on the substance of it, again, I'm totally with you. but 30% of the country is not totally with us. So if I'm a producer of the show and I want to represent that point of view, I put Elisabeth on there. And then if she's an idiot and she makes a fool of herself on a daily basis, well, it is what it is. Now, if you think she's right, you think she's right, and I can't help you. If you see her and you go, well, you know what, I'm less convinced by her position now that she stated it, then they've done their job. They've at least represented that position. That show would be a lot more boring if they all agreed.
No, I know. I agree with you on that. I know that she's there because she's bringing in the ratings and because she brings controversy. I mean, even liberals and Democrats like to watch it because they like hearing her say stupid things and they like laughing at her.
That's
and
right.
She doesn't realize that. She doesn't realize that, okay, 30% of the country may agree with your idiotic comments, but that leaves 70% of the country who's constantly laughing at your dumb statements.
That's exactly right. So let it be. Let us look at them, give us all the facts, give us the different hosts. And Joy Behar and Whoopi are obviously smart, and Barbara Walters is smart, and you get that perspective. And then you turn to Elisabeth and you go, okay,